Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another video. Sorry you can't see much on the screen right now, I'm having to do this awkwardly. But I want to do a quick video about the game Elder Scrolls and how it might be ripping you off. So every other month a new DLC will drop for the Elder Scrolls. The most important one that came out for most players involved the Oakensoul Ring. This gives you the option of using one bar instead of two. And this helps players greatly because if we have two bars, when you're in combat, there's a lag when it comes to swapping bar. As you can see, I can do it quite frequently there, even though I'm sometimes having to press it still twice just to swap. But when you get into actual combat, that issue is increased by like 10 times as bad, especially when you're healing, debuffing, putting shields on and whatnot. Anyway, the DLC dropped for Oakensoul well over a year ago now, maybe 2 or so, I'm not entirely sure. And like I say, it helps a lot of people because the bar swap just doesn't work. So the Oakensoul was so good because it put a lot of players who have learning issues, it put them in a position where they could be on par with people who play this full time and possibly arguably pro players. Words. So yeah, this was really important to a lot of players. And 3 months after this came out, see, when it does drop, I'd just like to say this first. When it does come out, you don't just get it. You've actually got to earn it. You've got to go around and collect it's like 5 to 12 fragments to actually get the ring. I can't remember which one, but it is a pain in the backside to drop, to get all these fragments, just like it is for any mythical. As you can see, a lot of these mythicals have been out for years and I've still not got all of them because you could literally spend a week constantly trying to get one fragment and it's still not dropping. So you imagine getting like 12 of them, but people did it because the Oakensoul helped so many players. It was overpowered, but it wasn't overpowered so much if you were using 2 bar and you know what you're doing with the game. It kind of just put you on par with that. So the Oakensoul did help a lot of players, especially with the bar swap issue. So 3 months or so after the DLC drops, you pay for it. It advertises an amazing thing. You pay for it. You spend hours, weeks, whatever, getting the fragments to get it. Then they debuff it to a certain point where it's basically worthless. Now there is still some overpowered builds online, and even if you follow them exactly, for whatever reason, you will not have the same ability as the players that you're following. I have rebuilt this character in 3 days. I've built him 12 different times to try and get to that level, and it is still not working. There are certain players on this server right now, I don't know what they're doing to the game, but one player can take out a group of 50, and I don't mean like bomb them, I mean individually just take one out after over. And the people they're taking out are veterans of the game who've been playing since the game's release, so they know what they're doing. And there's no explanation on how this guy's doing it. He just won't die, his health's not going down at all. He's one-shotting every single person, even people with 70,000 health, in like the Goliath form for the Necromancer. He's doing stuff like that, and all it just seems like he's doing is going boop, just like a light attack, and everyone's just dropping dead. But anyway, my point is on this, especially for the Console, is we buy a certain product for this game. It's advertised as powerful, it's going to help you out and whatnot. Do they have the right to sell us a product advertised as XYZ, then a couple months in, just like, nah, change that? So we bought a product for a specific reason, then they take that reason away from us. To me, that's false advertising, and it feels like theft as well. I have 20 characters on this game. All of them use Console because it was just so much simpler, as bar swap never worked. Even when it comes to something as simple on this game as walking through a door, you've got to click it like 10 times. And on off chance you can get through, it just double doors you. You complain about it and they just think you're mentally ill. They don't care. I've actually had they've threatened to ban my account before because of the abuse I get on this game. I report the abuse, and it's nothing like someone telling me to F off or all that. It's so much worse. Imagine the worst thing a man can be called. Then that's in your lobby, so that's getting spread around to everybody in the lobby. And instead of them taking action against this person, which I did provide proof for, they threatened to ban my account for reporting them. They said if I don't like it, don't play the game. So I'm not like one of these little soy boys who get offended easily, but I don't think anybody should be using that type of language in the game. And I'm sure you know what language I mean. No one should be making false allegations of anyone. This is how people get hurt. But when it comes to this game, it feels like they sell you a false promise. They bring out some DLC. They promise it'll be this, this, and this. Then, when it's time for a new DLC to come out, they'll debuff the old DLC to make the new DLC good, better. Then you've got to grind for all that. A couple months later, debuff all that. New DLC is coming out. Rinse and repeat. ESO are absolutely thieving pieces of shit. This server is dead because of this subclassing crap that's just come out. There's not that many blues on right now. There might be about 10, if that. For the reds, there's probably less, maybe about 5 or so. This game holds 1,000 reds, blues, and yellows. Before the subclassing came out, joining PvP put you in a queue because there was too many people in the game. Now there's nobody because of this subclassing shit. The fact that they're debuffing all the content, they're not interested in fixing something as simple as going through a goddamn door, which has been an issue since day one. Or when you ride past a certain keep, you go into a fucking loading screen. Or the fact that when it comes to like your champion points, they'll reset them all without telling you. So you're playing the game like, why am I not doing any damage? So you check everything. Oh yeah, I've got no champion points. Then you check your armor. Why is my armor missing? Oh, it got deleted in an error thing. The amount of times I've had to get my gear again, whether it's rebuilding a piece like Shattered Fate, or I've got to purchase it from guild stores again, like War Maiden, it's mind blowing. I think I haven't really played this game since the subclassing thing can come out because I knew it would be an issue. But I've spent, the last time it happened, I spent over 30 million doing this. And another thing as well, when it comes to the actual characters, either a high elf or a Khajiit or whatever, they'll buff or debuff them. So then you've got to go into the store, buy a character change thing, a race change or whatever fucking hell it's called. just because XYZ, they want you to spend money on changing your race or some other shit like that. Yeah, race change tokens, which will add up to around £20 each, and I've got 21 characters, and they just keep changing this shit. They'll debuff it this week, rebuff it next week, after everyone's fucking changed. ESO, I don't know what the fuck is going on with you guys. You need to sort yourselves out. You are absolutely conning pieces of shit. You need to start banning these little pieces of fucking excrement that is ruining lobby for everyone. One player takes on 50, 60 people and his health doesn't drop and he can kill people in one hit. That seems fair. Doesn't seem suspicious at all. We're paying for a product that we can't even fucking access unless we buy Game Pass, which is another point. Game Pass has gone up in fucking price. So unless we are forced to pay for the Game Pass, we can't play a game we have bought. Does that seem fair to anyone else? Or am I just turning into like a whiny bitch? I bought a game, it should be my game to play, not rent this game if you buy a fucking Game Pass. Anyway, rant over. Let me know what you think. I think ESO is a bunch of conning pieces of fucking scum. Peace out.